We will to parachute all the guns of the foe and still get ready. Airborne from skies of blue, heading the goal. We're coming, make the jumps and take your bows today. Let's go, put on your boots, your jumping boots, your parachutes, get all those gliders ready to attack today.
And today on Have a Knife Day, we're here at the James Black Bowie Heritage Festival 2025 in historic Washington, Arkansas. And I'm going to throw it to the maker. Introduce yourself and let's talk about what you brought to the show.
Ben Seward here. We've had a fun time. We won the forging challenge yesterday. About worked my arm off doing that, but that was a fun deal. We had to make a knife to a pattern. So this was actually started as a bolt. Not what you would typically use for a knife, but they wanted to make it hard for us.
They definitely make them challenging.
It was a challenge.
In many different ways.
Yeah, especially getting a hammer with no handle.
Yes, geez. Good Lord.
So I've got a San Mai Bowie here, 1095 core with 410 stainless cladding, Damascus guard, ferrule, and bronze spacer and pin, desert ironwood. Sharpened clip, both sides.
You mind if I touch that? Yeah, that has an edge to it. That's pretty cool.
This one here was a interesting project. I don't do many historical knives, but this was did this for a customer, and this was a Sheffield style Bowie. So to interpret the Sheffield style build in the modern construction was interesting. Sheep horn handle, so kind of an antique rust blue finish on that. So it's that was a fun build. Challenging, but it makes you appreciate the old.
So what was the most challenging part of it?
So the original Sheffield Bowies were made as full tang knives. So the tang continued through here. But they would also, if you look at them, they would have this gap right there because you have to fit your guard up. Your guard has to be bigger than the rest of the handle. So
a lot of measure.
So in this I did this as a frame handle. So there's a frame in here. This is the frame. So the tang comes through here. And to get that all straight, everything lined up, it's just a lot of pieces to go together to make it. It gives you the look of the Sheffield, but the cleaner, more modern construction.
Oh boy!
So that was a fun project.
And this is what really caught my eye. As you look at that handle.
Yeah, we had full coverage carving on that. A maple leaf with a vine wrapping around the twig, and a lot happening here. This was a really fun project.
Yes, indeed. What does the sheath look like on that?
I'm not sure. I think.
So she doesn't have a pair of shoes yet?
I did a Kydex shoe for this for the guy. The guy actually uses this knife.
Oh, geez.
And he just sent it back to me to do to finish. I had actually started this knife a year ago. He had it. He sent it back to me because he wanted to get extra carving added onto it. So I just happened to have this for the show.
Oh boy!
I just finished this about a week or so ago. To finish the extra carving. So I think my dad actually made a sheath for it, but I didn't see that.
Well, I mean, the traditional leather is nice, but the Kydex is so darn convenient.
Yeah.
And it does better in wet environments.
Yes.
Excuse me. And it has that nice click.
Yeah.
And much like him, if this was my knife, I would be wearing it. I would.
Yeah, so have these, or this one here is stag handle, bronze bolsters, and this is Apex Ultra Steel. If you've ever heard of it, you should check into it.
Well, it sounds impressive.
It is impressive.
Apex Ultra.
It's developed, one of the few carbon steels, actually like modern carbon steels developed for the knife making industry. It was more specifically for the kitchen cutlery. So for anything that slicing, obviously a skinning knife, it works amazing. I've used one this last season and I have been very impressed. I've taken 3 deer completely off the bone into a cooler.
Oh boy.
In one go.
Oh, wow.
and it was still just laying off
So it
hair.
holds as an edge. Amazing.
It holds its edge incredible. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
your target hardness for this would be around the 65, 66 Rockwell.
Boy.
Screaming hard. And they're using it in chef's knives up to 68 Rockwell.
Oh, my.
So that is an impressive steel. It's a bit of a trick to work with. You got to follow the instructions. But it is a forgeable steel.
And you have to really keep after its maintenance to keep it from, rusting or anything like that.
Not really.
So I mean, it's got a nice bluing to it, so that does help it out.
So here's a comparison. This is my hunting knife after a season of hard use. And I've split firewood with this.
Oh my.
So it holds up pretty well.
Yes, dang. Yes,
So
it does.
it's a even finish. It's a very durable working finich. But yeah, you haven't checked into Apex Ultra, you should. And then this one, little Damascus sheep horn handle, textured bronze bolsters.
That sheep horn, sometimes it looks like, reminds me of mammoth.
Yeah, this
Looks like a tooth.
Yeah, this is some nice stuff. I'm really enjoying working with the sheep horn. But then here we got my competition cutter for the afternoon. So we'll see how she does.
We'll see if that knife can bring a belt home for you.
We'll see. I'm not sure if I want to or not. I'm the #1 loser in this thing.
Well, hopefully you'll have bad luck and break that.
Well, I've been #2 for 3 years running.
Yeah, the first place of the I didn't say it, but at least you're consistent.
I'm leading the losers.
Well, somebody,
we all need a
weaker
leader.
Man couldn't handle that. Weaker man couldn't handle that.
So we'll see.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you at the chopping competition.
That's right.
And have a nice day.